Hi beauty besties, welcome back. Another day, another slay. This is the before, I know, jump scare, but we're gonna be doing my full detailed base tutorial for special occasions. I'm gonna talk to you about each product. I actually just dermaplane my face so my makeup could go on smoother. That's my go-to trick. And I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Once that has set in and dried up, I'm gonna use the Glow Recipe Toner. Just a little bit goes a long way. I love how this makes my pores feel so snatched and pores. We don't know them. The precedent. And then I usually alternate between these two serums. At night, I prefer to use this one just because I'm gonna be sleeping. Nothing else is gonna go on my face. In the daytime, this one works really well. Again, just pressing it into my skin, no rubbing because you don't want to disrupt the layers that you have started. Skin prep and makeup is all about even thin layers. And once that has set in and soaked into the skin after a few minutes, you notice the pattern yet? I'm going to go in with the moisturizer. Last step of skin prep before going in with the makeup. As always, I will tag all the products on my LTK. This is coming from someone who just went to health and wellness clinic. They scanned my skin with a fancy machine. Skin analysis results said I had a 24-year-old skin. So one side of this face, to be more specific, said 24 and one said 25. And I'm like, period. Catch me out here telling people I'm 24 years old and see the reactions. Now the order of my makeup usually depends on the mood, the vibes, the time I have to do it. I personally like to start with the eyes, go all detailed, go all glam, and then finish with the face. But for time efficiency, you could start with the face. Where's my fan when I need it? Seriously, I have like 6 of them. Hashtag mom life. They love to grab everything. Alright, next we're gonna go in with reverse contouring or underpainting. A really extremely amazing affordable palette for doing creams under or on top of your foundation. This is the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. It's just, can you tell that's my favorite shade? I've repurchased this like 5, 6, 7 times throughout these past years. Never fails me. A good OG. Another palette I keep in my kit is the Pinky Rose makeup. They have different volumes, like for fair, light, medium, deep, dark. They have different palettes. They're cream palettes. They're super blendable. A little goes a long way. I love keeping it in my pro kit. The best. So those are the 2 recommendations as far as creams go. So my face is not symmetrical. One side is slightly different than the other, and I have like a smaller eye. Lazy eye is what I like to call it. So with cream contouring or contouring in general, I like to add more symmetry. For some people, like they're like, well, I don't want to look so different, I like a new person. But in my preference, I just want to enhance the features that are already there, and this includes enhancing symmetry, because believe it or not, it also matters a lot in the end result with the cohesiveness of the look. And for example, my face, you see how it's already changing. So I have a rounded, wider face, and I don't contour the same on everybody. This is not a cookie cutter method because everybody has a different shape face. So for my face, that's more rounded and wide. I keep the shadows and contour on the outside. I don't like to place bronzer here. A lot of people do that with every single client, and I know the sun will probably naturally hit me there, but when I get sunburned, it's not the first place that I see dark. So I honestly think that you do have to customize and tailor the contouring to the person. So again, if I were to add contour and bronzer here, it's It's gonna shorten my face, make it look even wider, even rounder, and I don't want that at all. So you'll see how much it gets slimmer and how much it really defines my symmetry. Same goes with the nose, right? Not everybody has the same shaped nose. Not everybody has the same length nose. So a lot of people I see doing the cookie cutter method where they do the two lines and they connect them all the way to the eyebrows. I have wide set eyes. That means that the space in between my eyes is wider than normal. If I were to connect it all the way to the eyebrow, it's just gonna enhance how wide set my eyes are, and it's not flattering. So again, don't do the same method on everybody. This is what I do for underpainting on my round face, wide face, and we're gonna blend it out. But before we blend it out, I am gonna do some color correcting under my eyes to brighten, because I am a mom of 5 and I do have hella dark circles under my eyes. Morphe eye brightener corrector came in clutch, because honestly just need a little bit and boom, what sleep deprivation. So I'm gonna let this sit for like a minute and then I'm gonna start blending it out. And also adding in the inner corner, because the darkness does go like all around the eye. I'm not gonna add any here because I don't like to add concealer here. I just feel like it creases too much, so I'm gonna add an actual eye primer. Okay, so what a difference, right? As we're blending it, we're trying to erase the harsh lines and remove extra product. It's not blended, so yes, it looks intense at first, but it's gonna all come together and help you have a long-lasting, beautiful makeup. Okay, there, pretty much picked up all the excess product that was there and blended everything out. Now we just have this bit right here. And I like to blend it all into the hairline. That way it looks seamless and not like you're wearing a mask separate. Like it all just blends in, looks like a natural tan. And I forgot to mention that I also like to do the lips for a poutier, more full looking lips. This is one of the tricks I like to do. I always notice a difference if I don't do that. Just makes them look juicier. And I know I look a little like an Oompa Loompa right now, but trust the process. Now I'm gonna go in my concealer. I like to place it on the inner corner and on the outer corner. And I don't like to do more than that because then you won't have enough space to blend it out. Eventually it's gonna come too low and you don't want that. One of my favorite things to do is to let the concealer sit for a minute or two. That way it starts self-setting in place, so that one, it gives you more coverage and it doesn't move around. Two, it's more long lasting. That way the actual coverage, you don't just buff it out and disappear. At this point, because I am going to be going in and setting with powder in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do the eyeshadow primer. So I don't want to add that after I already had powder on. And I know some people are against primers, but honestly, I have combination skin like oily T-zone and dry patches. And even then, I think even if you have dry skin, you should still use a true eyeshadow primer because it helps the longevity of your makeup. For me, when I used to use concealer as my primer for my eyeshadow, it would always crease no matter what. I would set it with powder. I would just try all the tricks, and because I have hooded lids, my eyeliner also would transfer too sometimes, and I hate that. Like, nothing ruins a makeup, beautiful hard work makeup, more than like creasing and unnecessary separation. Again, the goal to long-lasting beautiful makeup is you put a little more effort, but you get the end result that you want. It lasts all night and you don't have to worry about it. At this point in makeup, we just have 2 cream products left to add. It's foundation and blush. For the foundation, we're gonna use it in a method that's gonna marry everything together, right? So in the areas where we don't have any product yet, just right here. That's all you really need. and just tap it on lightly. You don't want to swipe or do circle buffing because you're gonna lift all those even layers you have down, and it's gonna defeat the purpose of you having a smooth, even, flawless base that's long lasting. And again, because we did underpainting very heavily on this cream bronzer and contour, it's okay if you go over it because you're still gonna see the shadows that are the important part, you know, the underpainting. So don't worry if you go over this too much. Do you see how it has more of a natural soft glam blend now? It's just, again, just the process. Okay, so for blush, we're gonna be doing a combo. You know that moment when someone asks you, oh my gosh, I love your blush, or I love your lipstick, or I love your eyeshadow, and they're like, what did you use? You're like, I'm just a makeup artist, because we used a combo and like hella shades and you don't even remember exactly what or how much you used of what. So right now I'm getting this on video for you because I'm pretty sure after I clean up and put everything away, I'll forget. So this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. The whole time. Oh, but it doesn't have a name. It just says distributed. Well, this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I'm pretty sure it's the lighter pinkier shade they have. I'm gonna pat that down because this is also really long lasting. And I do recommend this blush a lot. e.l.f. is amazing. e.l.f. is amazing. I'm gonna blend that a little bit with the more clean side of my sponge, not the side that I did the contour. So it diffuses any lines that are there and also picks up any excess product. Next, I'm gonna add this Mitchell blush, Strawberry Cream. It's, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite. Just look at this baby pink. It's the baby pink of my dreams. I use this one, it's smaller. Just pack that color into the bristles and then just kind of layer it. I like to go right under the eye on the outer corner. It just gives it that really cute baby doll pink effect. And to give it even more of a glowy baby doll pinky effect, I'm gonna add this one. Look at that. This is a little bit more lavender, but it just glows and is soft at the same time. But that's my goal when I wear pinky blush. This is the color Pillow Dream 001 by Addiction Tokyo. This one is really sheer, but it's buildable, so it's perfect to add like as your final one. I like to use it as my final one in my combo just because it gives it a hint of what I need. Now that I have all my cream, I'm gonna add just a touch bit more contour. This is a Sephora contour stick, amazing. In the 01 Fair to Light. But I just swatched it here because it's creamy and pigmented and I don't want to use too much. So that was a lot still, so I'm gonna go and buff it a little more. And then with the brush that I did my blush with, just so there's no like harsh lines. Is it raining outside? I feel like I hear sprinkles on my house. Okay, now we're gonna set with powders. I'm actually gonna spray my face before I use powders because this helps again with the longevity. And make sure you try to keep looking up, that way you don't have any creases under your eyes. Look at how glazed I look. And once that fully dries down, then I'm gonna go in with powders. reinforce the cheek, do the lippy and the eyes, and the highlighter and the blush. Okay, let's see. I have absolutely been loving Laura Mercier Ultra Blurring Powder. I think this is great for fair, light, medium skin tones. They do have other shades beyond that. That way you don't use one that gives you a white cast. I hate the nose creases. I know, creasing and wrinkles are natural, but I hate it. So now that the face is set, we're gonna reinforce any areas that just need a little color back, and we want to make it last. So for me, it's gonna be the bronzer by Polite Society, and it's fantastic. Just a little bit. So it doesn't look washed out with just the powder. Here's this pinky tone. I like to blend the blush a little bit right here. So it looks like a natural suntan pinky bronzed blush. And just a touch. I don't just have like color here, 2 lines and boom. It's like an even flush. This is a finished look. I loved it. All I did was finish my eyes up and add my lippy. Let me know what you think. I love playing with color, and let me know what color I should do next.